Got to visit the priest after the stream for holy cleansing.
A few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
This guy's pretty gloomy. Hey, Hub Games. How are you? Myself, I'm doing pretty well, thanks today. Been enjoying this. It's quite dialogue and story rich, with some interesting combat in between. Right, let's see what we get here.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reid. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
You ever thought about becoming a vampire?
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
All right, this isn't the Walking Tramps kid. It's the Peterson, the boxer's kid.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Perhaps.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
You're not bad. You're just eating shepherd's pie. Thought you would pop in and check this game out. Damn, that sounds good. Oh, I'm looking forward to some food tonight. Oh, I haven't had shepherd's pie for a while. How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like...
Your dad?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Said every son ever, every teenage son ever about his dad, I think. We'll do a medical checkup on this guy as well.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Well, I can imagine there's worse places.
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Why don't you just leave?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reid. It's the living I'm afraid of.
I think we could eat this guy and not worry about it too much. Oh, by the way, Hub Games. I know it's not been obvious since you joined, but this is actually a vampire game. We just seem to be in a lot of investigation at the moment. There is opportunity to eat people. Now, on the left trigger for details, he is... No! I pressed the wrong button. I could eat him. I could eat him right here. I don't think so. Not yet. I only wanted to see what level he was, but he's level 1, I guess. We've found that out. Can I talk to you now?
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Yep, and it's only going to get worse.
So, may I ask you a few...
I'm not...
Did we get to the bottom of this? Yeah, looks like we did. Personal questions, got that. Dorothy Crane.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh, this game.
Take care of yourself.
It's so hard to decide. I have to eat
Is there
someone.
only
I have
pain
to.
and suffering in this world?
I just can't decide who to, and as they all seem to have knock-on effects, it's pretty important to get it right, I feel. And there's probably some investigations to do in this area, is there? Yeah, there is. There's these two, Lewis and Peterson. Who the hell is that? Albert Palmer and Benjamin Palmer. And Cardigan Bates. Retaliation. Have I done that? Oh, those are done. Retrieve Barrett Lewis's box. I should probably have that tracked then, shouldn't I? And also, I think I've got some more quests to talk to these two about. Let's just ask this guy.
Thanks, you never.
Anything about Harry's health? There we go.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
I think if I kill the father, then I think that might change the son's outlook on life. I don't know. I might be totally wrong about that.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Anyway, that was another clue. And where's the thug gone? He was kicking about somewhere. Has he wandered on? Where did he go? Can't speak to him again just yet. Not just yet. Oh, wait. Wait. There he is. Oh, has he gone into his house?
They must be too busy to answer.
Balls. What the hell's happened here? Let's eat that rat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Nothing wrong with a good rat. Like bodies being dragged all over the place. There's just blood smears everywhere. Where the hell is this? This looks like one of the important houses. This might be a fight in here. Oh, I forgot to do the medical examination on that kid. Oh well. I've missed the opportunity for that for now. The hell have we got through here then? This looks like a flipping charnel house. So, okay. I guess they weren't the people I was looking for. The stairs, maybe? I feel like there's going to be something in here. Is this a hideout? New hideout unlocked. Oh, I've got a nice fire. And a safe. Okay, well, this is very nice. Let's just make... craft a medicine, treatment, or serum. Let's do that. I don't think we've got anything else that we know of, have we? Can we upgrade our stick? Not yet. I need... Right, I might just go and buy a common handle. Unless I... Oh, hang on. Can I break these down? Doesn't give me the option. Thought I could wreck the ones I don't need, but it's not letting me. Break those down. Yeah, let's do that. Some more crafting materials. I don't seem to have a need for any money just at the moment, so we'll do that. They're just sleeping in the eternal sleep. Those guys downstairs. Why can't I It's a shame I can't do that. I can't... Well, okay, we'll not worry about that now. Anemia. Have I got a cure for bronchitis? I need that. That'll cure someone. And a cure for pneumonia I don't know about. Anemia. Oh, missing potassium permanganate. Alright, well, I very much doubt any of these will break down into potassium permanganate. No, okay. Right, what? Ooh. What is through there? Or is it just a way out? I am enjoying this. For all, a lot of the game is quite steady paced. Where's this put me? Rats down there. I hear voices somewhere. So 42 meters in this direction. Unknown. Okay, we found someone else to come and... The Joe Peterson. I need to speak to you again, actually, Joe.
You again? What do you want this time?
Let's have a look. We got a clue, didn't we? I thought we got a clue. Yes, we did.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
No regrets at all?
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Everyone's got a sob story in this game. Whenever you see a dead body in any game, you always think of the Black Knight from Monty Python. 'Tis but a flesh wound, but your leg is gone. I'm never a big fan of the Monty Python films.
Job means you could be
or the
arrested.
shows.
Are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
So I think that's a hint that I shouldn't be going and eating. Do I need to do a medical checkup?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
The name is Colossus Joe. I don't get sick.
I don't got time to bleed.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now, and people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Did I not finish that one then?
Harry doesn't seem happy.
I've always put my son...
You really love...
He's my...
Ah, okay. Now it's done. Nothing else? No.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I mean, he'll be worth some points if I look at the characters. She's worth quite a bit. She's not so much. I need to cure him and then eat him. Darius Petrescu. He's worth a bit and could be worth a lot more. I still haven't found a headache cure. Albert Palmer's got the fatigue. Barrett Lewis. Henry P. He's got the fatigue as well. Curious who to eat. Some of the Python humour is a little politically incorrect now, but if you love that type of stuff, you'll love Monty Python. The only scene that I've really, really liked out of there was the Yorkshiremen. Is it the 4 or 5 Yorkshiremen sitting around, all reminiscing about how bad it was in their day? That I quite liked.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other?
Am I going the right way now? Wasn't there a woman? I've gone the wrong way. I must have done. Must have done. Oh, what was that? Harry Peterson. The upstairs. Can I Can I go back in?
Good evening, Harry.
Sure.
Let me in. I'm gonna cue you.
And suffering in this world.
Your favourite sketch they did was the parrot sketch, the ex-parrot. That
So
one was
I'm not
pretty good,
bothered.
actually. Personal questions. I didn't get any more hints there, did I? No. So let's give him a medical checkup.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man.
Good stern talking to.
Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Okay. Does that help with anything? Other than just leveling him up so we can eat him for more
Goodbye,
XP?
young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain?
It's quite an
suffering
interesting
in this
character to
world?
play this, because you're conflicted. You're a vampire who needs to eat and really wants to eat, and also you're a doctor with you've taken the Hippocratic Oath.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
He sounds suspiciously like Milton, the hospital ambulance driver, doesn't he? Eat him. What, eat the kid? Let's get some information on this dude first. Nothing there.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Yes, I think it is. Yes, I think it is. There's certainly no sign of vampires or anything like that.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by
Oh,
news
is the
of
war not
deadly
over?
diseases.
I thought the war was finished in this timeline.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
I think we should eat the journalist. We don't want news of this getting out. Can't left trigger him. I can... that one. He's level 4. Okay.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
I'm a bit confused, because sometimes they talk about the war in the past tense. And like this guy just said, he's talked about the war in the present tense. I'm a little bit confused. Have we done here? No, we haven't. Done that one. Let's go with the quest.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I care about public health.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He's a nice guy. He's a good source of information. He might write a scandalous story about the hospital. Do we eat him? Do we let him go? Oh, all these potential meals.
He has no relatives
It's
at
too
all?
hard to choose.
Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Sounds like a nutcase.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Really? Useful, thank you. We're done, right? We're done? I think we're done.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Okay. And who are you?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
Teach
I am
mortals.
Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Eat him. Eat him now.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this.
Oh, is that
corrupted
guy
city.
in the hospital? I can't remember what his name was. Remember that well, he looked like a priest, but he wasn't, apparently. With the Irish
sent him
accent.
on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Was he called Samuel? I can't remember. Anyone in chat remember what that guy in the hospital was called?
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the
No,
Stonebridge Cemetery,
not him.
where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
New investigation. Are we done here?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know?
What do I know?
Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I only believe in facts. But I am listening.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
Might
As a
know
doctor,
something.
you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Okay, tell me more.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No,
What is left then?
cleansing fire.
This guy just won me over. Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Listening to fanatics always makes you giggle. Science is our only hope. But where do you put the limit? Let's argue with him.
Science and progress are our only hope against the monstrosity hidden behind this epidemic.
See, Doctor? Now you acknowledge the presence of evil within the city's walls. Now you start to admit the truth.
Hint failed. Did I mess that up? Can I do that again?
What do you mean?
All
Quite a
But you are seeking answers, huh?
I'm listening.
Well,
As a
I don't think I
doctor, the
can.
beast-
No, I have heard enough.
I have heard enough. Goodbye.
Let's talk to him again, though,
Good evening.
It's
because I want to know. He's a level 5. He's worth a lot of XP. We can never do that one. And some more hints relating to his son. I've got to start eating people.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why? Why hurt
Why
Nurse?
do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
We are so going to eat this guy now. He's got all the characteristics I despise in people. Bigoted, religious nutcase. We're going to eat him. But I've got to level up my eating people skill to 5 before I can have him. Start with the priest. I think we should. Well, I wish we could. We won't offer him a medical checkup.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fibre.
Is that so? Right. Let's leave this idiot.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Here's a question. Can I...
Good evening.
I didn't mean to
I
press
have
that.
heard enough for tonight.
I meant to try and run past him. Can I go into the church as a vampire? I just wonder how that would work. Anyone? Yes, there's another one down there. Let's go talk to her.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
This could be an interesting
Don't be
encounter.
shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to bite her. I could catch all sorts of nasty diseases.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Those damn nurses, always horny and seducing patients. Yeah, well, I guess if we believe the Carry On films, Carry On Doctor, Carry On Nurse, that's exactly how it works. Why the skepticism?
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Good points.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Just business. It's just business. Let's ask about her
Christina,
health.
have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
I can understand why. What about your client's health?
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
I wonder if I ate her, would it actually improve the health of this district? She's a level 4, believe it or not.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Okay, let's go back. Have we asked about everything? I think we have. Did that one. Oh, no, we didn't.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from.
Ain't that the
I
truth?
had few options left.
Oh, new hint available.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Ah, okay. I wonder if she's related to that Petrescu guy, whatever he's called. No hints? It's so annoying when it says other hint available, but then it doesn't actually...
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke
where.
Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
So she's liked. She's... We need to leave Dorothy alone then. Let's get that. She's got fatigue, and I don't have a treatment for fatigue.
Goodbye, miss.
I need to go and make some of those.
Take care of yourself as best you can.
Right, have we got anyone else to... Have I kind of explored everywhere around here? I haven't actually been to see the people I need to go and see. This is dead ahead of me.